What if the most serious conversation about your future isn't with your financial advisor or even with your children? What if it's a quiet whisper that's happening right now inside your own body? We all have that quiet fear, don't we? The fear that one day, without warning, our body might betray us. The fear that a sudden, catastrophic heart attack could change everything in an instant, taking away our independence, our moments with our grandchildren, our future. It's the fear of the unknown, the fear of not being in control. But what if I told you that in many cases, your body doesn't betray you, it warns you? What if it sends you subtle warning signs, heart attack days, or even weeks in advance? It can. And learning to hear those whispers is the single most powerful thing you can do to protect that future you hold so dear. This isn't a video designed to scare you. It's a video designed to empower you. It's a story of hope. Let me tell you about a viewer just like you. Let's call him David, a 68-year-old from Ohio. For a week, he felt a crushing fatigue, a tiredness so deep he dismissed it as just getting older, just like many of us would. But something told him to listen. He recognized these could be the symptoms of heart attack he'd heard about. He chose wisdom over dismissal, and that choice saved his life. Doctors found a major blockage and treated it before it became a tragedy. Today, David is still here, enjoying his family, because he learned to listen. In the next few minutes, we will do more than just list the symptoms of a silent heart attack. We will transform your fear into a shield. We will give you the knowledge to listen like David did, and more importantly, we will build your personal action plan to take back control. Your life is worth this conversation, so please stay with me. David's story shows us the incredible power that comes from knowledge. So, to truly protect ourselves, let's respectfully pull back the curtain and understand the very nature of the enemy we're facing. You've heard the term heart attack, but in the medical world, we call it a myocardial infarction. It sounds complex, but the idea is quite simple. It's what happens when a part of your precious heart muscle begins to die because its supply of oxygen-rich blood is suddenly cut off. But here is a truth that I want you to hold on to. For most people, this is not a sudden event. It is the final act of a slow, silent process called atherosclerosis. Think of your arteries as clean, flexible pipes. Over many years, fatty deposits, or plaques, can build up inside them, much like scale inside an old water pipe. When this happens in the arteries that feed your heart, it's known as coronary artery disease, the most common type of heart disease. The heart attack itself often occurs when one of these plaques ruptures and a blood clot forms to block the pipe completely, starving the heart. And this is not a rare occurrence. In the United States, heart disease remains the leading cause of death. According to the CDC, someone has a heart attack every 40 seconds. Now, I don't share this number to frighten you, but to empower you. You see, you cannot fight an enemy you don't understand. By knowing that a heart attack is often the result of a long-term process, you now realize you have the power to intervene. This understanding is the absolute first step in meaningful heart attack prevention and in making sure you never face the challenge of a second heart attack. Now you understand, and from this place of understanding, we can begin to act. When we think of a heart attack, we often picture a dramatic movie scene, someone suddenly clutching their chest and collapsing. While that can happen, the reality for many is often quieter, more confusing, and builds over time. A significant study highlighted that up to 60% of people experience prodromal, or early heart attack symptoms, in the days or weeks leading up to the event. So let's begin by decoding the classic signs your body might be sending. The first and most common symptom is, of course, chest pain. But I want you to erase the image of a sudden, sharp, stabbing pain. Instead, I want you to think of pressure. Patients often describe it as a deep squeezing, a crushing weight, or a persistent fullness in the center of the chest, almost like an elephant is sitting there. This discomfort tends to last for more than a few minutes. It doesn't just come and go in a flash. And this feeling can travel. It can radiate from your chest to your shoulders, down your left arm, and even to your back, neck, jaw, or upper abdomen. Many people mistake this for simple indigestion, and while we'll explore the heart attack versus heartburn difference more later, a key clue is that this pressure usually isn't relieved by antacids. The second classic sign is shortness of breath. You may suddenly feel winded doing something simple that was effortless yesterday, like making the bed or walking to your car. In more serious cases, you might feel breathless even while sitting at rest. This isn't just a sign of being out of shape. It's a direct signal that your heart muscle is struggling and can't pump enough oxygen-rich blood to meet your body's needs. I need you to listen very closely now, because this may be the most life-changing part of our entire conversation. We are going to talk about the signs of silent heart attack, the ones that are subtle, confusing, and tragically easy to dismiss as just part of getting older. Recognizing a heart attack of this kind requires us to become true detectives of our own bodies. This is especially crucial for women. A sobering fact from the American Heart Association is that heart disease is the #1 killer of women in the United States, claiming more lives than all forms of cancer combined. And a primary reason is that the typical heart attack symptoms in women are often not what we expect. Let's begin with number 3, profound, unusual fatigue. This isn't the normal tiredness you feel after a busy day. This is a deep, bone-weary exhaustion that doesn't improve with rest. It can feel like you're fighting off the flu for days or even weeks, where even simple tasks like making a cup of coffee feel monumental. This isn't laziness, it's a distress signal from your heart, which is working overtime to pump blood through narrowed arteries. Number 4 often goes hand in hand with that fatigue: new and disturbing sleep problems. You might find yourself suddenly unable to fall asleep, or waking up frequently throughout the night, often with a sense of anxiety you can't quite place. Waking up after a full 8 hours feeling just as exhausted as when you went to bed is another critical clue. If your lifelong sleep patterns suddenly change without a clear reason, your body is trying to tell you something is out of balance. Number 5 is a symptom that is so easy to explain away: nausea or indigestion. You might feel a nagging discomfort high in your stomach, a feeling of bloating, or waves of nausea that you quickly blame on the food you ate. It's the easiest symptom to dismiss. But if this feeling is new, persistent, and perhaps paired with that unusual fatigue, it could absolutely be one of the key symptoms of a silent heart attack. This is particularly common in individuals with diabetes, as nerve changes can sometimes mask the classic sensation of chest pain. Fatigue, poor sleep, and upset stomach. Number 3, 4, and 5. Taken separately, they seem like minor complaints of daily life. But together, they form a potential mosaic, a critical message from your body. Listening to these silent heart attack signs isn't overreacting. It is an act of profound wisdom and self-respect. Your body is a wonderfully interconnected system. Because of this, a problem originating in the heart can send signals to the most unexpected places. Let's complete our list with these surprising, body-wide symptoms of heart attack that are crucial to recognize. Number 6 is a sudden feeling of dizziness or lightheadedness. You might feel unsteady on your feet, or that the room is spinning, especially when you stand up. This can happen when your struggling heart causes a drop in blood pressure, temporarily reducing blood flow to the brain. Number 7 is a cold sweat. This is very distinct from the sweat of a warm day or from exercise. It's a sudden, cold, clammy feeling that can drench your skin for no apparent reason. This is a classic stress response, a signal from your nervous system that your body is in distress. All right, we have journeyed through the signs. We have uncovered the why. Now we arrive at the most important part of our time together, turning knowledge into power. Knowing the signs is the first step. The next step is empowerment. Let's create your personal heart health journal right now. This isn't a task, it's an act of taking control, and it's your single most effective tool for peace of mind. Take a notebook and a pen. On the first page, I want you to write a title that matters: My Heart Health Journal. Now, let's create 3 simple, powerful sections. First, section 1 is titled My Normal. Ask yourself, what does a good day feel like for me? What is my usual energy level? My normal breathing? My typical sleep pattern? Knowing your normal with clarity is the foundation for recognizing a heart attack's early subtle signs, because you'll be able to spot a change the moment it begins. Section 2 is My Numbers. Here, you'll list the key metrics of your health. Write down your last blood pressure reading, your cholesterol levels, and your recent blood sugar numbers if you have them. As the CDC and American Heart Association consistently show, managing these numbers is a cornerstone of true heart attack prevention. And Section 3, critically important, is My Medications. List every single medication you take, from prescription drugs to daily vitamins, including the dosage. This simple journal, it is your most powerful advocate. In an emergency, when you might be unable to speak clearly, this journal speaks for you. It gives paramedics and doctors an instant, accurate picture of your health, saving precious minutes and helping them make the best decisions for your care. This isn't just a notebook. It's your voice, it's your protector, and it's your active commitment to living a long, healthy, and vibrant life. As you build this new awareness, questions will naturally arise. To give you even more confidence, it's helpful to clarify 2 of the most common points of confusion. A frequent uncertainty is the difference between a heart attack versus heartburn. Heartburn, often a symptom of acid reflux, typically feels like a burning sensation rising in your chest and may leave a sour taste. It can feel worse when you lie down. In contrast, the discomfort from a heart attack is more often a deep pressure or squeezing that isn't relieved by antacids and is usually accompanied by other symptoms. Remember this simple rule: when in doubt, get it checked out. Another critical distinction is between a heart attack and a sudden cardiac arrest. The easiest way to think of it is plumbing versus electrical. A heart attack is a plumbing problem. An artery supplying blood to the heart becomes blocked, and the heart muscle is deprived of oxygen. A cardiac arrest is an electrical problem. The heart's rhythm becomes chaotic, and it suddenly stops beating effectively. The vital link is this: a heart attack, especially a severe one, can trigger a deadly cardiac arrest. This knowledge becomes most powerful when it's shared. Building a strong support system of family and friends is a proven way to improve heart health. Talk to your spouse, your children, and your friends about these signs. Make a pact to look out for one another, because sometimes the people who love us are the first to notice a change. Be each other's keepers. Your body speaks a language. Today, you've learned to understand it better. The key to surviving a heart attack is learning to listen to these early whispers before they become a scream. You now have the knowledge, you have a plan, and you have the power to act. I will leave you with this final urgent instruction. If you suspect you are having a heart attack, a rapid response is the most important thing you can do. Should you experience any of these signs, especially chest pain or shortness of breath, do not wait. Do not drive yourself. Call 911 immediately. Emergency medical services are the fastest way to get to a hospital. Every second counts in saving heart muscle and, ultimately, in saving a life. If this video has empowered you today, please subscribe and share it with the people you care about. Let's make our community healthier and wiser together. Finally, please note that the information in this video is for informational and inspirational purposes only. For medical advice that is specific to your personal health condition, especially if you have pre-existing conditions or are taking medication, please always consult with your physician or a qualified healthcare professional.